JustCyn. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be in a sign of water, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm onto the elements for this month. Now, a few disclaimers before going into your reading, water sign. If you do want to book a reading with me, it will be linked in the description box. My availability is open now, so I am taking clients for the remaining of the rest of the year, I should say. So if you do want to shop with me, I do have an online store. I do have a lot of spiritual goods on that store. Smudge kits, floor water, anything that you can think of spiritually to get you aligned, crystals, it'll be in my shop. So that'll be linked down in the description box as well. Now, I do have a Patreon. If you do want to join my Patreon where we have exclusive content, we also do see these particular element signs, all of my YouTube videos first when it comes to my readings. That'll be linked also in the description box or somewhere on the screen as well. I do have a Twitch, so if you do want to stream with me on Twitch where I do readings, live readings on that platform, that'll be somewhere on the screen as well, so you can follow me on Twitch. So let's get into water. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any other disclaimers, but I think that's like everything. Alright, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now, let's see. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. You guys have similar cards to the air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so you might want to check out that reading because there may be a particular message in there for you. So what I'm getting for you, water sign, is that there seems to be some sort of miscommunication, or there seems to be like you having to sever some sort of ties with someone. I do feel like you may be going through a transformative phase in your life where one cycle of your life is cycling out and you're moving forward into a new cycle. I also feel like this is something about you having to give up a particular situation, because I do feel like you've been putting a lot of time and effort into a situation, and I do feel like it's either very combative, and this could be like between you and someone else. It could be very combative. I do also feel like there seems to be a lot of conflict, and I do also feel like there may be possibly some sort of betrayal, or someone may feel betrayed by you, or someone may have betrayed you. I do feel like there's some sort of secret or some sort of message or some sort of news that was revealed, and I do feel like someone is possibly grieving. This may be you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Just putting it out there. Someone may be possibly grieving. Someone also is upset that they're not speaking to someone, or someone is not speaking to them. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm also getting Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn as well. But I do feel like someone is upset because someone is not talking to them, or they don't want to talk to them anymore, or there seems to be some sort of distance, or there seems to be some sort of miscommunication, or someone may be upset because they want to communicate with someone, but there is no communication. I feel like there's dead silence. I also feel like someone is also wanting to express themselves. I feel like this may be possibly you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I do also feel like something about wanting to start over, or someone may be wanting to start over with you, but you are not on board with that, or they are not on board with it. I do also feel like a lot of you are going through some sort of an emotional reset or emotional recharge, or it could be like feeling emotionally renewed. So how you used to feel in the past is no longer how you feel presently. So there is some sort of shift or changes when it comes to your emotions. And I do also feel like a lot of you are possibly seeing things completely differently emotionally. Also, a lot of you are realizing that you may have been living an illusion or a facade, or putting on some sort of show, or pretending that you're happy, or pretending that something is okay. But I feel like a lot of you are done pretending, or it's getting kind of hard to keep up some sort of appearance or a facade. I do also feel like you guys are blocking your own happiness. So this may be like feeling like self-sabotaging yourself, or you're afraid of going after what truly makes you happy. Maybe it's because of how society may deem you, or maybe it's because you're just afraid of being happy. Because I feel like with abundance and happiness, there is some sort of great responsibility with that. Because I do feel like when you are happy and you're blissfully happy and all of the things are happening around you, you're wanting to protect that happiness. And that can be a great responsibility. It could be hard to protect happiness. It could be hard to protect peace. And I feel like a lot of you are afraid of that, or something causes you to be afraid of that. Let's look into the Page of Pentacles. There seems to be some sort of conflict between either a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn, or this may be someone who has that particular element in their chart. I feel like you guys are not seeing eye to eye. Something is not stable anymore. Someone is not your I'm going to say this, but what I'm going to say after, I want to break it down a little bit more for you guys. I feel like someone is no longer your peace. With that, I am going to say that someone should not be your peace. You should be your peace. I feel like you feel like someone was maybe possibly filling some sort of void in your life. Meaning that, oh, this person fills my voids. This person makes me feel this way. This person, yeah. That, if you went into a relationship thinking that, or went into a situation thinking that, that situation was never going to be successful. And the reason why I say that is because you need to understand that you are enough. You are the one that's supposed to fulfill your void. People, places, things, or materialistic things do not replace voids. They don't fulfill anything for you. You yourself fulfill yourself. And I feel like someone is now learning that, or coming to some sort of realization about that, because they may have placed all this responsibility on someone to fulfill a void for them. And they're realizing that in actuality, they're not fulfilling it. So someone may feel emotionally lost. Someone also may be, I feel like it's like I'm getting a wandering soul. Someone keeps trying to search for what makes them happy. Someone keeps trying to search for that soulmate. Someone keeps searching for that person that makes them feel complete. Someone keeps searching for something that makes them happy, but they're not realizing that you're looking for yourself. It's kind of how a soul is searching for a new body or a new vessel. That's how I'm seeing it in my mind. Because our flesh, our bodies are just transporters. It's just physical flesh. It's a vessel. It's something that our bodies are what holds our souls, right? Keeps our soul intact. It gives our souls movement. And I feel that someone is searching for their body, and it could be like searching for their physical body, or they could be searching for their soulmate. So their soul is in the flesh, and their soul is looking for their soulmate, which is in another vessel. So I feel like that is what's happening. Someone is searching for that piece that completes them. It could be like a twin flame situation, when a twin flame is when one soul is split into two. So I feel like one half of a soul is searching for the other half. If that makes any sense for y'all. I know sometimes I see it in my mind, but me kind of like expressing it can come off very confusing. So that's why I kind of like to reiterate some things over and over again. But I feel like half of a vessel, or half of a soul I should say, is looking for the other half of their soul. So I feel like that is what's happening. And I do feel like a lot of you have been focusing on your finances, putting a lot of time and effort, but I do feel like you guys are using that as a distraction, because you don't want to feel, you don't want to think, you only want to control things that you feel like are tangible. And I feel like your finances are tangible. I do feel like you guys are trying to keep yourself busy so that you don't have to think about someone else as well. And I do also feel like you guys are trying to keep yourself busy because you're not wanting to deal with your reality. And your reality is that you might be going through some sort of breakup, or you might be going through some sort of situation that is taking an emotional toll on you. Let's see, Ace of Cups. Yeah, you guys have a lot of signs. You guys might have to check out the air sign reading. So I do feel like, again, there's an emotional transformation that's happening. I do feel like there is something about a renewal in your mindset, a renewal in the mind, renewal of the emotions, renewal of creativity as well. I do feel like you guys are starting to look at things completely different. So there is some sort of shift or 180 that is also going on in your life. I do also feel like you guys are having to speak up for exactly whatever you feel like you deserve. If you are dealing with an air sign, I feel like you guys may be possibly giving an offer to an air sign, or air sign may be giving an offer to you. I do also feel like someone is wanting to make things right. Someone feels bad. Someone is also feeling bad for their lies. So someone was a liar. Someone was omitting information. So omitting information is also lying, not telling the entire truth, holding back information so that you can get what you want from another person. So I do feel like someone was coming off very manipulative, and I feel like someone is starting to realize that, or maybe they already knew what they were doing while they were doing it, but someone thought it was funny while they were doing it, but they're now receiving their karma because they thought something was funny. I mean, if that's you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you made your bed, now you gotta lie in it. If this is someone else that's doing this to you, I feel like someone's getting their karma. Someone is realizing that, you know, they should have never treated that person that way. They're coming to some sort of realization that they are regretting their lies or remorseful for their lies. Someone is coming to some sort of higher perspective or realize something. I feel like someone is having some sort of a revelation, realizing that they are the source of their problems. They caused a situation to happen. I do feel like someone is having to take some sort of accountability. Someone has to take accountability for their actions. Alright, let's do King of Pentacles. I feel like someone is also having a hard time taking accountability. I do feel like there is something about you getting exactly what you wish for, prayed for, subconsciously manifested. I do also feel like there is some sort of barrier that needs to be broken down, or again, having to come to some sort of realization. I do also feel that there is something about your money that's also changing as well. If there seems to be some sort of doors that were not open for you financially, I do feel like that's being obliterated. So I do feel like there's going to be some sort of new opportunities coming in for you financially. I do also feel like this has to do with your creativity. So your creativity is also being supported by the universe. I do also feel that the universe may be purposely blocking a situation from you because they feel like you possibly have outgrown it, or the universe feels like, no, you don't need that. Even though you may feel like you need it or you feel like you want it, the universe is just like, no, you don't need that. We're going to protect you from something. So I feel like you're being protected from something that you really want, but the universe feels like either you're not ready for it just yet, you're being prepared for it, or the universe feels like this is not your path. So stop trying to make it your path. Stop trying to force something that is not for you. So I feel like you guys are going to decide to go in a different direction because something is not working, and you're going to come to some sort of realization about it. Alright, Five of Swords. I just feel like someone is having a hard time opening up. I feel like someone wants to open up, but they don't want to look like a fool. They don't want to look stupid. Someone doesn't want to take the risk of looking stupid. does not want to be bothered. I feel like if you're reaching out to someone several times, they're blocking you or ignoring you. You might be literally blocked from seeing some sort of information. If this is social media, someone may have you blocked. Like, they don't want you to see their stories. They don't want them to see your page. It might be you can see their page, but you can't see their stories. I do feel like you guys are going to, like, if this is you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, I feel like you're going to figure out a way to see some sort of information, or to get some sort of information, or to see something that you're restricted from. Now, if this is someone else doing this to you, I feel like, yeah, they're going to make a fake page. They're going to do something to try to find out what's going on. So I do feel like someone is trying to someone is sneaking around trying to find out information, or to see something that they are restricted from. I do also feel like you're going to have to make some sort of decision. And I feel like this decision is weighing very hard, like heavy on you. I do also feel like a lot of you are going to decide to remain single, or decide that you do want to remove yourself from a situation that you feel like is very codependent. And it could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sag, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because I'm getting heavily fire, earth, and air with you guys. I do also feel that someone has been, aside from love, I do feel like there's some sort of creative idea that you're thinking about, and it's going to make you a lot of money, but you have not put any time or effort into it. That creative project or that creative idea is going to make you a lot of money. So I do feel like you're having to kind of like put the time in. That creative idea may be having to do with either creative writing, drawing. It could be like logos or designs. It could be like I'm just getting, is it called AI? It could be AI. I'm getting like Adobe. I'm getting like Photoshop. Dang, what is that thing called? Creative Studio. Something creative. Ah, shoot. What is it? I had it. Oh, come back. Even if it's like editing videos, but I just feel like someone is gonna start to become very lucrative to you, because I feel like you're going to be like a hot commodity. Like, people want you to work on their designs. People want you to edit their videos. People want you to edit their photos. People want you to do their flyers or the promotions. I'm just getting a lot of marketing. I'm seeing like you touch a lot of paper, so it could be like actual flyers. You know, I just feel like you're constructing something on your computer, and then it's going to manifest in a physical. So it could be like a flyer, it could be a logo, it could be anything, but I just feel like something creatively is making you a lot of money. Now I do feel like you're needing, okay, so if you're into all that creativity with, as far as like Photoshop and Adobe and all that stuff, you need to be a little bit more clear on your prices. There seems to be some sort of miscommunication when it comes to your prices, or there seems to be some sort of like you keep flip-flopping. It could be like flip-flopping depending on the client. So let's say let's say your usual fee to do these things is like $1,500, right? But someone comes to you and you're like, oh man, I don't want to overcharge them because I don't know, like, let me just kind of dumb my prices down, and you only charge them $500. The universe is just like, why would you do that? If your price is $1,500, stick to $1,500. Like, do not change, do not sway, do not compromise your integrity, or do not compromise your creative skills to accommodate someone. If they don't got it, they ain't got it. Move to the next client. Don't dumb your prices down. Don't change your prices. Don't try to accommodate a client as far as your fees. If that's your fee, they got to pay your fee. And if they don't got it, they got to go to somebody else that's cheaper, and someone who is not as creative as you. And that's what they get. You get what you pay for. So I feel like the universe is just kind of telling you to kind of like stay firm in your decisions when it comes to your work or your creative efforts. Shoot. Okay. That's the cups. Ooh. Strength card tried to come out. Okay. A lot of air. You guys might be dealing with an air sign, but oh my god, it's the same card that came out. I feel like if you are the one that's stuck in some sort of emotional rut, I feel like you're going to come out of that, and I do feel like you're going to start to kind of move forward in the situation. So I don't feel like you're going to stay stuck emotionally. I feel like you're going to get yourself out of the situation, and I do feel like you're going to decide to move things forward, or try to move on or overcome things that may have happened in the past. I do feel like you're cutting off of not an air sign, a fire sign. You're deciding to let go of a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you may stop talking to them. You may stop dealing with them. You may cut them off. You may decide that you no longer want them in your life. But I do feel like there's something about you cutting off a fire sign or not talking to them. There's no communication, or you both are going your separate ways. I do also feel that there also seems to be a lot of signs and synchronicities coming in from the universe. The universe may be possibly trying to get your attention. I do also feel like a lot of you are working on your communication or having to work on your communication. So I do feel like a lot of you are mainly putting time and effort into kind of learning how to express yourselves. Even though that is scary for you, maybe you grew up in a home where your parents didn't really communicate, or not saying that they didn't love each other, but they just didn't know how to communicate. So they were possibly walking on eggshells around each other, or there seems to be like the communication was off or miscommunication, or maybe the communication wasn't the best in the household, and you kind of picked up on that nasty habit. And now moving forward in your relationships, you have a hard time expressing yourself, or you don't express yourself at all. All right, Knight of Cups. Oh, it's the same cards. What is going on? Oh, what is going on? All right. Yeah, I feel like you guys are moving towards a soulmate. I do feel like this also requires some sort of decision. And I do also feel like a lot of you are moving forward with something. It's like you're blindly moving forward with something. You're just like, you know what, I don't care. I'm just going to go after it because this feels right to me. So I feel like you're going to decide to move forward. I do feel like if you're trying to reach out to someone, you're going to be met with a wall. Someone is not really wanting to put their walls down for you. Or you them. I feel like someone is being very guarded towards you, or you them. I feel like also someone does not want to be bothered by you, or you them. I do also feel like if someone keeps reaching out multiple times, they're just going to be met with a dead end. There's going to be complete dead silence from the other person. The other person is not saying anything. The other person is not entertaining you or them. The other person is not even acknowledging you. I just feel like something is like radio dead silence from the other person, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, I know you see my text messages, I know you see my calls, I know you see my DMs, like, why are you not responding? And unfortunately, that person wants nothing to do with you or you them. I feel like the other person is just moving on with their life, unfortunately. So this is pretty much all that I'm seeing for you, water sign. Hopefully this brought you some sort of clarity. If you do want to feel a reading, please book down below. My availability is open for the rest of the year now. Also, if you do want to shop with me, it'll be linked down below. I do have a lot of things on my site that you guys will be interested in. Sage, crystals, decks, affirmation books, planners, spiritual ritual planners. Everything will be in my shop. Also, I do have a Patreon as well if you do want to join the exclusive tribe over there, where we do spells and rituals mainly focusing on self-love, money, and protection. Plus, you guys see all of my readings first over on my Patreon platform. So if you want to see these readings first before YouTube, please join that platform. I also have a Twitch. If you do want to follow me on Twitch, I do live donation readings on that platform and this platform as well, but I'm trying to slowly navigate Twitch. So if you want to join me on Twitch, that'll be linked somewhere on the screen. I love you, water signs. If this video resonated with you, please like this video, share, and comment down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, water signs.